How's it? Indian Cowboy here. Gonna let everybody kind of roll in here. We are actually putting up today's video. I'll have it up for you shortly. Got it up a little bit later today. I hope you guys are doing well. And we'll record this and we'll talk about all of today's ball games. Sorry, I got the video up a little bit early today, or a little bit later today, but it is going up right now. And you will get it pretty soon, I believe, as soon as we are able to load this video. All right. So let's see here. I hope you guys are doing well. And let's get to it. If you have the games that you want to talk about, let's talk about it. Titans, Bills, ATS. Can't give you the Titans, Bills, ATS. I can give you the total, which is what our free pick is on. The total is going to be, our free pick is going to be on the under. That video is uploading right now. But as soon as that video uploads, we can put it on there. But it is going to be on the under tonight. That is going to be your free play. Have a couple extra leans that on the daily video I talk about on Washington, Atlanta, and the Milwaukee Mets game, Brewers Mets game. But we're trying to make sure that we do a video every day for you, and we're trying to do a live video for you every day as well. So we are working on making sure we do that video every day. But yeah, Titans Bills game number 1. Titans Bills. The lean is on the under. I just think the Titans, the only way they're going to bounce back after that terrible Giants loss is through their defense. It's not through their offense. You'll see the analysis when you get the video in about 5 minutes. But I like the Giants and Titans. I'm sorry, I like the Bills and Titans under. I also think the Bills have a massive letdown after. I think the Bills have a massive letdown after their huge performance at LA. And so the Bills have a letdown. And plus, the Titans have beat them back-to-back games. So they understand how Buffalo runs their offensive system. So given that the Titans and Mike Vrabel are well aware of what Buffalo does, I believe Buffalo will be held in check by Tennessee's defense. And I believe Tennessee is an active underdog today, but it's different for Tennessee. Tennessee is an active underdog through their defense and not through their offense. And therefore, I like the Tennessee Buffalo under today for your free pick winner. And as soon as that video uploads, which is just finished uploading, and I am publishing it right now, so you will receive it right now. By the way, have you guys clicked on the notification bell? Because then you'll get it right when we publish these videos. You know, I didn't realize these videos will be as useful or popular as they are. So we are going to do a video every day. I'm going to try to make sure we do a video every day. We just finished. It comes at various times, but I did put up the video. Be sure to continue to check our Twitter as well for when the video goes up, right? So that way you always have access to the video. Go ahead and put the rest of the games that you want me to talk about today. We're here for another 15 minutes, and I will get to all of those games. Let me make sure I put up this game here. There you go. And we do have a 5-unit MLB selection today as well. That's 5-unit MLB selection. Season is plus 11,000 as well. And there you go. Now that is up for you guys to check that out. Pop in the game that you want me to talk about. But the Bills Titans tonight, the definite lean is on the under. Okay. Moving on here to the next game. Let me take a moment here and also post our video on Twitter. So keep commenting there for me, and I will get to your ball games hopefully. Monday's free play, Titans, Bills, total, NFL, 3 thoughts. Let me pop in here real fast and copy the link so people have it. Let's see here, 5-unit baseball selection today. I was supposed to jump on at 5:10. You guys jumped on before me. That's all good. There we go. Free pick run and 12-3 free pick run. 4-0 and 12-3 run. All right. Video is now up on Twitter. Let me make sure it's up on Doc Sports as well. And it's up on Doc Sports. All right, let's get to game number 2 here. All right, let's see here. What's up, IC? It's good to see you. Hey, Jordan, it's good to see you, man. Any thoughts on the Rockies-Giants game tonight? Yeah, let's talk about it. So if you go to the Rockies-Giants game, let's see. By the way, if you want to check out our other video, it is available for you now. So the Giants are favored at minus 126, total of 11.5 here. You have a San Francisco team that has come off 3 straight losses to the Dodgers. They scored a total of 5 runs in 3 games. That's got to irritate them, right? And then San Fran hasn't lost 4 in a row in ages. They got pretty close in their last game, but the Dodgers are favored in all of those games. They only had 6 hits. Colorado comes in, nice win against Chicago, nice win against Chicago again, 4-3 and 3-1. Colorado's actually won 64 games this year, which hasn't been that bad. They've actually, they beat Arizona in 2 of 3. They beat Milwaukee 2 of 3. They're playing good baseball right now. They only had 6 hits last game too. So then you have Jakob Yunis here for San Francisco. He has faced Colorado. He went 6-5 and 3 and he beat him last time, but he comes off 5-7 and 4. 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 loss to the Braves. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 loss to the Milwaukee Brewers. He doesn't lose 3 in a row though, and you have a Giants team coming off 3 straight losses. That's going to be motivating for him, right? He's got a 4.15 ERA, but the Rockies are playing pretty well right now. And Chad Kuhl faced the San Francisco, went 3-8 and 5 and 4-7 and 5. He struggled in both those games. He also comes off a loss 6-3 to the White Sox. And he's given up 4 home runs in his last 2 games. That's a little scary. I'm sorry, 3 home runs in his last 2 games. But does he have it in him for a decent start? He hasn't put a quality start together in ages, right? So given the fact that he hasn't put a quality start together in ages, and given the fact, even though San Francisco can't score, you have a San Fran pitcher who beat him last time, though. Public is on Colorado. So let me try to see if this makes sense here. You have a San Francisco team that got swept. San Fran is on the bounce back. You have a Jakob Yunis, I believe, is on a bounce back too. So he's going to be motivated. He lost to Atlanta. He lost to Milwaukee. He hasn't lost back-to-back games in quite some time. I'm sorry, 3 in a row in quite some time. Chad Kuhl has been struggling. Rockies have a better offense. Chad Kuhl lost to San Fran last time, right? But who has the motivation here? Yeah, I'm going to go. I mean, he got rocked by San Fran last time, 3-8 and 5. 4-7 and 5. He's lost to them both times. He hasn't put together a quality start in forever. So I'm going to go with the Colorado. I'm sorry, I'm going to go with the San Francisco Giants. All right. So I like the San Francisco Giants here for all of the reasons that I had mentioned. Okay. So there you go. Hello, YC. Hey, Trevor. Good to see you. Tampa Bay versus Houston. Hey, Anthony. Tampa Bay versus Houston. Let's talk about that game. Let's see. That game goes off at 6:40. Total is at 7. Public is on the under. Luis Garcia, Drew Rasmussen. Houston 11-2 beat Oakland, routed them, coming off a loss 5-8 to Oakland, and they got upset and they routed them. Tampa Bay off a 5-3 and a 5-1 win against Texas. The last time these 2 teams met, all 3 games went under 9, 8.5, and 8.5. Houston won 2 of 3, including the tiebreaker 3-2. Luis Garcia here facing Drew Rasmussen. How did Luis Garcia face against Tampa Bay last time? He has not faced Tampa Bay from what I know. 5-8 and 3. He's been struggling a bit. 5-5-3 against Minnesota. 5-7-3 against White Sox. 6-8-4 against Oakland. He gave up 2 home runs in his last game, but he did cover as a -273 favorite. That's fine. As it relates to Rasmussen here, rolling in, he last faced Houston. He has not faced Houston this year. 4-6-4 against Toronto, lost. 6-6-0 against the Yankees. 6-4-1 against Miami. 5-6-1 against Los Angeles. The Angels, that is. So he rarely gives up a home run. He gave up a home run his last game. 6 hits is a lot of hits for him, too. He hasn't given up 6 hits. I mean, that's the most hits he's given up since July 22nd when he gave up 7 hits. Luis Garcia is hittable. I think Luis Garcia comes off a win. Yeah, I got to go with Tampa Bay here. I think it makes sense. So I lean on Tampa Bay just because I think Rasmussen is going to be on a nice bounce back. So I will lean on Tampa Bay. Moving on here. What do you think about the Vikings? And happy Monday. Glad to watch your content. Thanks, Trevor. I appreciate it, man. What about the Vikings and Eagles ATS? Sure. So as far as the Vikings and Eagles, this is also Monday night, obviously. Let me make sure I don't have a play on this game. Sometimes I forget. We do have a play. I think we have just one selection, right? Yeah, Titans, Bills. Yeah. So as far as the Vikings and Eagles are considered, a 1-0 team, 2 1-0 teams. I just think that the Packers came out really flat. I think Minnesota took advantage of that for that nice 23-7 win. I'm not that impressed with Minnesota, to be honest with you. I know they won the first game, but, at the end of the day, Rodgers just had a bad game, 195 yards, 1 interception. Kirk Cousins threw for 277, 2 touchdowns. That's fine. Dalvin Cook, rushed for 20 times for 90 yards. But I think Philadelphia is probably the more dynamic team here. They beat a really good Detroit team. I'm very high on Detroit this year, as you know, and they beat a really good Detroit team, 38-35. And that was a really impressive win. Philadelphia scored 24 points in the second quarter. They were up 38-21 at one point. Jalen Hurts, 243 yards, and but you have a Philadelphia coaching staff that is pretty impressive, right? I mean, Nick Sirianni, took this team for a big win against Detroit, and you got to be impressed with that, because given the fact that Detroit, Jared Goff didn't have a bad game. Swift ran for 144 yards, so they got to clean that up a little bit. But I think Minnesota can be one-dimensional at times, and I like Philadelphia minus the 2.5 here. I think they'll have some success, and I like the Eagles today. I think people are too high on Minnesota incorrectly, so lean on the Eagles today. Moving on here, game number 5. Astros. Hey, Donald, good to see you. Hey, Astros Rays. I think we just talked about that. Lean was on the Tampa Bay Rays. Lost at Panthers money line and Bengals. Yeah, we lost with the Panthers and we won with Arizona this weekend, but Panthers lost. We lost by the hooks too. Won with the Dolphins money line. Nice. Yeah, the Dolphins, what a great comeback. USC minus 11-2. Nice, Trevor. Big Wig, hey, good to see you. Early pick for the Rams Cardinals next week. Sure. So the Rams Cardinals next week, that is in week 3. Rams coming out as a -4 chalk, 51. Everybody's on the over. At some point, you'd think that it's going to go under. I cannot believe Arizona came back and won that game against Vegas, 29-23. Arizona gave up 44 points to Kansas City. Arizona gave up 20 points in the first half to Vegas, but then they played better, right? That defense played a lot better. It only gave up 3 points in the second half to Vegas. And I think that's important, and I think the Rams coming off a nice 31-27 win over Atlanta, but they gave up 17 points in the fourth quarter, Atlanta, and that's not going to make this team happy. So when you put that together, I think the Rams play much better defense this time around. I think Arizona's figured out their defensive scheme now, finally, and I like the under between the Rams and the Cardinals early on. By the way, all of this can change by Thursday evening, okay? By Thursday evening, when our plays actually come out, it can be completely different. But this is my lean right now as it stands at Monday at 5 Eastern, okay? But of course, if it changes or whatever, I will be on this video daily, right? Usually a daily video, which we already just put up about half an hour ago. And then obviously doing a live show typically in the evenings too, every day as well. You're the best. Thank you, G-Man. I appreciate it. If you like the Titans, take them live. Bills will start well. Just did. Thanks for the reminder. Makes sense. Yep. One more selection, guys, and then we'll talk. Then I'll be out here and I'll give you a recap of what we had. Hello, Mr. Cowboy. Thoughts on the Orioles Tigers? I can't give you that. That's our 5-unit baseball premium selection, but I can tell you about any other game. Question I see: what makes you decide that your 7-unit play is on the Panthers this week? I just thought the Panthers. I thought Baker was going to be out for a bust out. In hindsight, we kind of wish our Arizona game was probably our top play, or even the Packers, our free play. But we had a great football season last year. We're still up on the year, plus 1,000. So looking forward to this week and the 8 selections. What do you think of the Vikings money line? I don't like it. I lean on the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. What else do we have here? One more game. Lay those numbers up. Free content, least we could do. Yeah, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you. I'm having audio issues as well. Audio is cutting in and out. I'm not sure why. I'll work on that. I'll see what's going on. Let me know if it's back at least. Seattle versus the LA Angels. Let's talk about that game. Yeah, so the Angels-Seattle game. Let me talk about that game, and I'll work on the audio if that's the issue. I'll figure out what's going on with that. So your last game here is on Seattle and the LA Angels. Well, that game just started, so we can't talk about that game. That doesn't make any sense. Eagles in the over. No lean on the total. I see. Let's get it. What is your Thursday card cover? Thursday card has 8 football plays usually. What do we think about the Mets tonight? Yeah, so the Mets game, I lean on Milwaukee today. I think Scherzer gets hit, frankly. Burns gave up 2 home runs in his last game, so it's a good spot for him here to bounce back. Brewers rarely lose back-to-back games, too. Burns went 7 innings, 7 hits, and 3 runs against St. Louis, and he had 2 home runs in that game. I think he probably bounces back. Mets aren't playing well right now. I mean, they did win 3 in a row against the Pirates, but that's the Pirates. I don't think their offense has really gelled as much lately. I just don't feel like they're playing well. Brewers just lost 8-12 against the Yankees too, and they haven't lost back-to-back games some time. They're also 10 games above 500, so they need every win possible. So I actually lean on the Brewers. So here is your recap here. I'll give you a recap on all these games here. Number one, I like the Bills-Titans under tonight. We talked about that in the free play. I like the San Francisco Giants. I like the Tampa Bay Rays. Lean on the Eagles tonight as well. I like the Rams and Arizona under early for this week and lean or for early. And I also like the Milwaukee Brewers. That's what we have for you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Any thoughts on the Warriors on this upcoming season? I like the Warriors under. I think the West has gotten a lot better. I don't like the Warriors under, actually. But I'll let you know on futures as it gets closer. Thanks, IC. Absolutely, Rock. Anytime, Eric. Am I being ignored? Hey, not Dante. Mets, Brewers. Yep, there you go. That's your lean. It's on the Brewers. And it's a more detailed analysis earlier in the video for you. And what's your thoughts on Eagles, Minnesota? I like the Eagles. I talk about that earlier in the video as well. Hope you guys are doing well. Please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. And maybe we'll try to do a live show tonight at 9:30 Eastern as well.